got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
Well, here we go. We're back.
John's giving me death stares over there because
Death stares.
it finally happened where I recorded we talked for probably 45 minutes and looked down and I wasn't recording.
Well,
So
those things happen, Taylor.
Year's off to a good start.
Yeah.
So where were we?
Technicality, yeah.
So what happened was we are recording 2 episodes tonight. We recorded last week's and then this week's. And the idea was that we'd have an extra one for when you went on this trip we talked about, or going to talk about.
Right.
Did talk about at length, and then realized that I didn't record, so we'll re-talk about it.
Okay.
And I kept the camera rolling, turned off the microphone, I thought, but then I went to turn it on again, which I actually turned it off. And so,
okay.
Anywho,
Not a big deal.
happy second episode of the year, John.
Happy second episode of the year, Taylor.
And
to
John,
you.
Let's just redo this whole thing and pretend I didn't say it before.
Okay. All
John, you look different.
Well, you look different too, Taylor. It must be the amount of rest that we've had throughout the week.
Well, I don't think that you've had a lot of rest this week, John.
I'm trying.
You know why?
Why?
Because you just got back from your trip.
I just got back from New York City.
New York.
Cutie Pie and I went to New York City, and
You seem so irritated to repeat this whole thing.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We're going
not at
10
all.
times faster.
No.
Well, sorry.
It was, and it was just a great time. I mean, how can you not have fun in New York City?
And again, I'll
Let's face
say
it.
we don't have to pretend like you didn't go, or you did go yet, because you'll be going this next week, but we're recording before you go.
Right.
So when you get back, you'll have a lot of stories to tell.
Yep.
But you found out you're going to go about 2 months ago.
Yep.
On a podcast, we started to talk about it for 5 minutes. And then you realized, oh, shoot, this is a surprise for Kate.
Oh, yeah. It's a big
And
surprise
I
for
edited
Kate. It
out.
was a Christmas present for Kate because they're going to go see Wicked while they're there. Mary Alice and I are passed on Wicked.
We've got AMC here they could see it at.
Yeah, probably. But this is the real live thing. The real McCoy.
Are there any musicals that you would want to see?
Probably not. No, I'm not a musical theater kind of guy.
You seem like you could get down with a musical.
No.
Your jazz hands?
No. No. None of that stuff. None of that has ever appealed to me for some reason.
It's really hard to do this, I'm going to admit.
Really?
To redo an episode after you already discussed. So I got some questions for you.
Okay. What's
I
the question?
was going to make some predictions for...
Okay, what are predictions? Predictions from New York City.
So anyway, they wanted to go see Wicked, and they invited you guys to go.
Yep.
So you're going to be gone for 4 days.
Right.
And on the 4 days, I think you will see a total of 6 giant rats.
Really?
I do.
Why?
It's just a dirty, dirty city.
Oh, I know it's not very clean, but...
I think you'll see 6 rats. I think one will be dragging a piece of pizza.
Well, that's what New York's known for, is their pizza.
I think you might actually have one piece of pizza.
A slice?
One slice.
Got to get a slice.
And you're going to say, oh my gosh, these are so big.
Yeah.
And then you're going to split it like 4 ways.
Yeah.
I think that you're going to get asked for money 6 times.
Probably. Yeah.
There's going to be 1 attempted pickpocket.
Okay.
But you're going to remember that I told you to put your wallet in your front pocket.
Right.
You're going to have 1 taxi ride where Mary Alice is just so uncomfortable she's rubbing her rosary.
Yeah. She'll pull out the beads and start going for it. Yeah, no, I can fully understand that. Might not be just one. It may be a number of cab rides.
I think I said in the last episode we recorded but didn't record 3 different times where there's a crosswalk, no walk sign, but everybody else is walking.
All right, so you get to go ahead and go with it.
Well, you and Mary Alice are going to stand there like we probably shouldn't do this. And you're going to wait for the walk sign.
We're the Midwest. Yeah.
Because you have trust issues.
Yeah, we do. Especially with New York City infrastructure, you know.
And I think I also predicted that there will be 3 establishments that you want to enter, but you guys are running late to Talbot's on 5th Ave, so you're going to skip the bar.
Skip the bars.
You said that you heard
Skip PJ Clark's.
Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. had gone to this bar frequently, but you're going to not go to that. Are there any bars you want to go to or things you want to do? Not just bars, but...
I like to go to PJ Clark's. PJ Clark's is a kind of a, historical bar in Manhattan. And, it's just kind of a neat little bar.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I'd like to go see that. I'd like to go, definitely have to go to the 9/11. We're definitely going to go to that. Got to pay our respects there. And, I don't have any desire to go up in the top of the building. You
don't?
No.
Empire State Building?
Well, Empire State Building, I might. I might go up in that, but
What's the World Trade one you don't want to go to?
I went up in the World Trade one when the World Trade Center was still around, and it's pretty scary business.
But you don't want to go to Freedom Tower? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's called Freedom Tower now.
But you don't want to go to that one?
I don't want to go to the top of it.
The very needle.
Well, if Mary Alice and the kids want to go, if the girls want to go, that's fine. I'll go. I'll suffer through it.
Are you going to go see the Statue of Liberty?
Well, if we go to this one place that I'm hoping we can go to, which is the River Cafe, which is the address of the River Cafe is number 1 Water Street in Brooklyn, and it sits converted bars that sits on the East River. And the reason I like that place so well is because back in the day, last time I was there, 40 years ago, you could still get a really good Cuban cigar there, and it had the most spectacular views of Manhattan that there ever was. To your right, you could look over and you could see the Statue of Liberty, and then you have all of Manhattan all lit up in its magnificence right in front of you, and all these tugboats and boats going up and down the East River. Just a really, really neat place.
That's fun.
Yeah, so I'd like to go there and have a drink.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the stories.
Yeah.
What all you did. Oh, my other prediction was you'd go to one coffee shop where Kate saw on TikTok, and you would look up and see the prices were $8 for some coffee, and you would say, "What in the world? It's not 1980 anymore."
No,
Like
I'll do a full grandpa on her. I'll do that. Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
So those are my predictions, and I'm looking forward to hearing about it on the next episode.
Yeah, it should be fun. Really looking forward to it. It should be. Mary Alice has always wanted to go to New York, and every time we've scheduled it or got time to do it, something came up, and she got sick one time, and there's other times we just couldn't make it because of timing and things like that. So we're really lucky that this all worked out.
Well,
Plus,
good.
all the Christmas stuff is still going to be up too, and that's the one thing that Mary Alice really wanted to see.
You're not going to go out there for the ball drop, though?
No.
Huh.
Nope.
Would you pee your pants just to watch the ball drop?
Heavens, no.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
No. Can't do that.
Why?
I don't know. I just, I did something about 1.5 million people all huddled in one place just to watch a ball drop at midnight when you're tired and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't, it's not my thing. It doesn't appeal to me.
Well, I think you have to get there well before midnight, too, so
Oh, I know.
that would be fun.
Yeah, because the security now is really, really tight down there, and a lot of checkpoints, which is fine. I'm all okay with that.
It's tough to know what I already discussed or not. I think the next part we talked about was the last bit of my trip to Omaha. One night we went to a movie. Went to see Gladiator 2.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that.
And I apologize. Well, I apologize if I had mentioned it in the last episode that we actually recorded. But I think it was on the last one that we did not actually record. Anyway, I liked it. It was a good one. Have you seen the first one?
I saw the first one.
It was a real.
That was what, 25
thriller.
years ago?
At least I think.
Yeah, long time.
But I liked it. So I've been telling to Janelle now that scene where he goes.
Oh yeah, the Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do
thumbs up
that
or
around the
thumbs
house,
down.
not to her.
And how does she take to that? Does she give you the other kind of another hand
Different
sign?
finger, I think.
Different hand signal.
It's always up. But yeah, she'll say, how'd you like dinner I made?
Uh-huh.
I haven't done that.
Good.
But it was good. I liked it. My dad and I stayed awake the whole time. Janelle fell
Uh-huh.
asleep a few times. And there's a scene in the very beginning where the guy fights a monkey. And my mom had a jacket over her head the entire time. So I think she liked it.
You think she liked it, huh?
I think it's payback for all the movies we've seen that I guess we didn't really go see a whole lot of chick flicks, but usually my dad saved movies that he'd want to see that he knows I would want to see, and we don't usually go to him. He always talks about us seeing certain ones because my mom and him see the chick flicks, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's good. That's a good father-son thing to do.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
And then we came back on Christmas morning to Janelle's parents' house
Uh-huh.
and opened some gifts and just caught up with everyone. I contracted influenza, and
How do you know it was influenza?
It's the flu.
How do you know it was the flu?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a cold somewhere. We did our gift exchange, and then I had volunteered to Brian, my father-in-law, who last year was the Santa. He dressed up as Santa last year. Year before, Bennett was too little. He wouldn't have remembered. So last year was the first year, and Bennett absolutely hated it, and he freaked out and screamed and cried.
He's too young, probably.
I guess. I'd be afraid too.
Yeah.
And this year I said, Brian, if you want to relax and enjoy the holiday, I can be Santa this time. So put on the costume, had to shuffle around, put it on in the mudroom, went around the house because their living room faces the back.
Yeah, you got to make sure your tracks are covered. That's for sure.
And they sang Jingle Bells, and at the very end I walked in and ho-ho-hoed, and everyone said, oh my gosh, Santa's here. And he was excited to see me this time.
Good.
So I asked him if he was helping around the house. I said, I heard you're going to be a big brother this year. I asked if he was going to help with diapers and clean the house and all that.
Uh-huh.
What else did I ask him? There are a few more things I asked, and then I said, what was it? Oh.
Whose birthday was it?
Well, yeah, I said, do you know the way to be on the nice list for next year? And he said, what's that? And I said, well, you have to tell me what the true meaning of Christmas is. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, you got me this toy. And he showed me this. And then I said, but what's the real meaning of Christmas?
That's great.
He said, well, you could bring out this one too. And anyway, so finally someone said, well, whose birthday is it? And he said, well, I have a birthday and Audrey's going to have one too.
That's great.
And then finally he said,
child's mind.
Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
I said, I heard you guys are going to have a new house next year, a new chimney for me to go down. He said, yes, new house. Apparently,
new house have a fireplace, I hope?
I believe so.
Okay. All right.
Apparently, this whole time, I had been doing my Santa voice with some sort of an accent. And Dial said, what accent are you doing? So I'm trying to be serious and like do a good impression. And then Dallas is sitting next to me and he's like, what impression is that? Or what accent is that? So anyway, I enjoyed it. I hammed it up, and I hope he enjoyed it. But I was asking everyone, like, at what point would he? I think he has one more Christmas where he still falls for it and still believes it.
Oh, I think. How old is he?
2.5.
Oh no, he'll. You got another good solid 2 years going.
Well, I think at 4.5, he'll
maybe
be like,
3 years, because the third year they'll be kind of questioning.
I don't know,
but they want to still have Santa come around just in case.
Well,
hedging the bets.
When I changed and I came back out, I said, "Well, what happened? I was in the bathroom." So I think if I keep doing that every year, he's going to be like, why is Uncle Taylor always going to the bathroom when Santa gets here?
Uncle Taylor has a problem.
I think he needs to get his colon checked.
Colonoscopy, please. Gift certificate for Uncle Taylor.
You're kind of shaking the microphone a little bit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Well, it's fine. It's whenever you laugh, the table kind of shakes and it makes a little rattle. Sorry.
Okay.
Just for the listeners' listening pleasure, I wanted to make sure.
Okay. All right.
Sorry to be a bad boss.
Sorry. Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, I think in a couple of Christmases he'll realize that, and he'll start to put two and two together, and Yeah. Hopefully no one listens around their kids who had just heard me give away Christmas, but I think eventually he'll start to question it and yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Taylor? And this guy smells like my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they put things together. They kind of add things up and kind of come
He's
to
a smart kid,
conclusion.
too.
That's okay. All right. I'm okay with that.
So that was fun. And then Janelle and I did our gift exchange on Friday before we went out of town.
Uh-huh.
And I think I was proud of one of the gifts that I got her. A couple of things she had not really asked for, but I knew she needed. And one gift was like the higher ticket item. We both put a limit on what we were going to spend.
Yeah.
And, excuse me. And she opened it up and she said, "Oh." And it was one of those things I didn't really want to hear when I was giving my gift to my wife.
It's like a doctor saying, oops. You just want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she said, "Oh," and she said, "Interesting." And I just knew those were two things that meant she didn't like it. And I was curious how Mary Alice doesn't like the gifts that you give her.
Kind of the same way. It's the same. It must be genetics, I think, because they'll open the gift and they'll go. There'll be a pause. And then you hear, "Oh, thank you." Just,
Oh, wow.
"Oh, wow. Yeah." Or, "Well."
I think Janelle said to one of mine, "I didn't know it came in that color." And I could just tell it didn't really get hit
Yeah.
like I hoped it would.
Yeah.
But she was
That's
thankful,
okay.
it seemed like.
Yeah. That's.
And I did get some new underwear and socks.
Underwear and socks.
Yeah.
That's something you always would get when you were a kid. At least I did when I was a kid.
I don't know. Well, I think I said a couple episodes ago, I really enjoy it now. I look forward to getting it every year.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wear my stuff till I get like holes in my socks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Janelle says I need to toss them, but I really like them. So I got some new stuff. But yesterday, our bedroom had been kind of bad because my laundry had been piling up. When we got back from our trip, I was sick and just felt kind of lazy. And just every night I could do the laundry, but I'd have the clean laundry in my hamper. I would dump it out on the bed as motivation of like, tonight I got to put the laundry away.
Uh-huh.
And finally, then each night I go to bed, I'm like, I'm too tired, I'll do it tomorrow. So I put it back in the hamper. The next night,
Typical guy response to all this, yeah.
Next morning, tonight I'm doing it, dump it back out. And then I get to bed, tomorrow I'll do it. So finally last night, it was Sunday, and I said, I'm doing it tonight. So I put it all away. I went to put it away, and then I thought, I got to clean out all my socks and underwear because there's just way too many. So I went through each pair, matched all the different lost partners, which I still have like 3 right socks of one kind that I'm missing. I had all lefts in there, which is driving me nuts.
I know.
Which I don't know where they go, but...
Well, they go into sock heaven, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's time to go, Sock heaven, here you go.
Yeah. Another right. That was my socks in heaven cheering on another right coming up to heaven. But yeah, I have some fun socks, like some dress socks that have like little patterns on them, like dogs or whatever. And I had to toss some of those, so
Ooh.
I just felt sad.
Say goodbye to some old friends.
Yeah, it's just hard to get rid of certain things. Like, I don't know.
I cannot. Growing up with 4 brothers, and median income kind of situation, you're always kind of scrambling and fighting for things. Socks were one of them. We always had a big fight for socks. And that's the reason why during Christmas time, you would always receive underwear and socks and T-shirts and things of that nature, because it always made for a good gift and always helped you out throughout the year. But I was always scrambling for socks.
So would Jim see you open yours and he's like, "Oh, those are mine"?
Well, no, he'd just walk in and steal them.
He was eyeing your hands.
You just come in and all my brothers would. They just come in and see him and they go, "Oh, okay, I'm out of mine, so I've got to get mine." But I that's the reason why I have 3 drawers of socks at home. And I only wear certain ones. I don't wear them all. But yeah,
You don't get rid of any of them?
no, I've been Cutie Pie's been threatening me to. It's time to get rid of these things. It's time to get such. Somebody needs to work on these. You deserve these things. We need the space. That kind of thing. So
For more socks.
yeah, for more socks. So I'm probably part of 2025 is going to be reorganize my sock drawer. But I will not get rid of the underwear. That was the one thing that I could never do
Why?
because it's,
You never know when you need another pair.
yeah, I never know. You just
Living on the
never
edge.
know.
Um,
Something about going commando that just doesn't appeal to me for some reason.
no.
Yeah.
I had a teacher, and I don't remember what he taught.
Yeah, you had a teacher that goes commando? What's
Well, no, but
What?
his name was Mr. Lakatus, and he
Okay.
looked like Einstein. He had a big mustache and just really long, not
Uh-huh,
long hair.
yeah.
It was shorter hair, but he just looked like Einstein. And he always told us about this invention idea he had, and it was three-legged underwear, where you could wear the same pair
That's interesting.
for, I think, 4 days in a row, and
Oh,
it'd still be
no.
clean.
No.
Because you would have your two legs and the two legs,
Mm-hmm.
and the next day you would put the right leg into the left leg, and then put the right leg in the new right leg. So you just shift over. Day 3, you flip it inside out. Day 4, you do the other leg again. So you could do 4 full days with clean underwear. Was his idea, but
That sounds really gross to me.
yeah, he's an interesting
I'm
dude.
not, since I've kind of graduated from that position of being fighting for underwear and socks and stuff, I will always have socks and underwear at my disposal
Well,
on a daily basis. So,
again, I think he taught algebra. Maybe
okay.
I couldn't tell you a single thing I learned in this class, but except for
Do you
the
remember
three-legged
the underwear story? Yeah,
So
yeah.
take with that what you will, but
Well, that's a good story, but
thanks.
yeah.
Going back to your brothers, did you
Yep.
ever fight them? Any of them?
Fight them?
Yeah, like physically fight them.
Physically, no. I mean, we would argue and yell and scream at each other, but
Which ones could you take, and which ones could like beat you up?
well, they got all beat me up if they really put their mind to it. But
Really?
yeah,
Were they
I would just
bigger
yell
than
and
you?
scream and
Mom.
carry on. Yeah,
they-
by that time, with yelling and screaming going on, Mom and Dad had arrived with the police and stuff. So
Were they all bigger than you?
no, my older brother Tom and I are about the same size, and my brother Dennis was just a little bit taller. My younger brother Jim was a little bit shorter than I am.
Were they like stockier though, or like muscular?
Yeah, a little stocky, but
So they
nothing
were-
muscular or anything like that. But I could have probably taken him.
Nice. Would have been fun to
I
see.
would have beat him with knowledge,
Oh,
and they would have beaten me to a pulp. so-
arithmetic. You just
no, not arithmetic, but
read them a puzzle
Yeah.
of sorts, and then they
Right.
would be confused,
Right.
and then you would steal your underwear back.
I was kind of the odd guy out in my family. I was
I can
just,
see that.
the third child, and as they always say, the third child always had it the worst. But I didn't think so.
The third or the middle?
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
If you have 3 kids, the third is not the middle.
No, but if the third child is generally the one that's in between the third and the fifth.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I know.
Janelle is the second child, but she's the middle. You said the
Okay.
third child is the middle child.
The third
In your
child.
case, it is.
In my case, it was the third child. Generally, is the. In my case, it was the middle child.
I'm not being mean, Mom, but I'm calling him out for his.
I need help here, Janelle. He's only the second child, and he's
Shut up.
making fun of me already. It's 2025, and we're almost into the year, and
Anyway, just
Anyway.
take your 3 drawers of underwear. And go.
yeah, I'm taking my 3 drawers of underwear and moving on.
Well, so that was Christmas, recorded for the 3rd time.
Mhm.
Camera's still alive.
Okay.
Anything else you wanted to discuss this week?
I didn't have anything. We didn't put together anything that wanted to discuss.
Might be our shortest of all time,
Probably is,
but
that's okay.
we've recorded it twice now.
Yeah.
I know you're probably tired. What's your book that you have there?
One of the books that I got for Christmas Kids always love to buy me books. And it's something I'm going to introduce to our podcast.
Ooh.
I haven't talked to you about it, but
Okay.
we need to talk to probably the staff and let them know what's going to be coming
Just
on.
let Otis sniff it and see if
Yeah,
he
we'll
likes
let
it
us take a peek at it. Maybe he'll pee on it or something. Who knows? But it's called
Pee
the,
approval.
it's called the Ultimate History Buff Challenge. So it's all these history questions about a variety of things, whether it might be. Well, let's see. I'll give you an example one. Native American history.
I love this.
Oh, you do?
I specialize in Native American.
Did you really?
Nope.
Okay. In 1513, Spanish explorer
The
Juan
Columbus. Oh, sorry.
Ponce de Leon landed on continental North America and became the first recorded European to contact North Americans. In what modern day state did the meeting take place?
Ooh. We say Delaware.
No. Here's the options.
Wait. Okay, read the options.
A, Virginia. B, Florida. C, New York. D, Texas.
Virginia.
Let's see what the answer is here. Wait a minute. Where's the solutions? Come on. I know you're here. I'm sorry.
This is riveting.
Solutions. B, Florida.
Florida.
Ponce de Leon was later killed while on a second journey to Florida in 1521.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not my specialty after all.
No. In what year did Pocahontas believed to have been born? A, 1510. B,
You could give me any number and I would not know what to say.
1545. C, 1596. And D, 1635.
Those are all the same year to me, to be honest.
kind of roll together, don't they?
Well, yeah, that anything before 1998 is probably the same to me.
It was before the Ford that we had. I don't know. It is
1546 or whatever.
1596.
I was close.
Yeah.
Only 50 years off.
Yeah. So anyway, this is fun. It talks about a lot of different things. It talks about questions about Native American history, as we talked about.
You're just going to be obnoxious at your parties now.
Oh, South American history.
You're going to be at the flamingo parties. You're like, hey guys, quick one. Which year, where
Coming
did
to America?
Where did Ponce de Leon first meet the North Americans when he came from Europe? Anyone? Florida. Who invited this guy?
Yeah. Who is this guy?
How many McCallums has he had?
Wars and battles.
Ooh.
The 1700s. So, I mean, U.S. presidents.
Oh,
I love this.
let's do the most recent one. Most recent like page. Is there like the
Well, let's see. Let me.
history of the 2010s?
Yeah, here we go. The most recent one they have is, what was Gerald Ford's middle name? Rudolph, Randolph, Richard, or Robin?
I'll say Robin. That seems like the most different one.
Well, let's see what the answer is. Oops. It was Rudolph.
Oh, he must have loved Christmas.
Gerald Rudolph Ford.
Huh.
That's an odd name.
Speaking of presidents, I heard this is coming out 2 weeks late now, but Jimmy Carter died.
He did pass away.
I saw a thing yesterday that said he was alive for more of Babe Ruth's home runs than any active. Well, that makes sense. I don't know. He was alive for like 450 of Babe Ruth's home runs.
Oh, is that right?
Seems kind of wild.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he'd been around for a long time.
I also saw. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I saw he outlived the person who wrote his obituary
God.
or his will, or both. I don't know.
Yeah.
The person, I think he outlived what they thought he was going to, and that person passed away.
Yeah. What did he was 100 years old, 100 even.
Yep.
Interesting.
But he got to live to see the Iowa State Cyclones beat Miami Hurricanes in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, there you go.
Go Cyclones. This is a Christmas gift.
Oh, nice gift.
This is a sort of a gift. It was a hand-me-down from my dad. It wasn't new.
That's okay.
But
That's
I
okay.
like it. It's one of my favorite
nice.
things I got.
Nice.
But my Cyclones won in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Good.
Did you see that at all?
Congratulations to them.
Did you see the game at all?
I did not see the game.
Well, they
We've been
did
busy taking
the
down
Pop Tart
Christmas,
Bowl
yeah.
big.
Cool.
Anyway, not that you couldn't care less. So
Pop-Tart Bowl. I just can't get into all these new bowls that they have, you know.
last year we went over and read all of them. This year when you got here, the Trans Perfect Bowl was just ending.
The Trans Perfect
The
Bowl.
Trans Perfect Music City Bowl, I think it was called.
What the hell is that?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that attitude. I don't know what Trans Perfect is, but it's probably one of those LGBTQ things.
Okay. Well, all right. That's
John,
fine.
you're looking trans perfect today.
Okay.
Um,
Otis is. I saw his coat that he had on.
oh yeah, it was rainbow.
Uh-huh.
It's not rainbow. It's just a retro print. There's no
Okay.
purple in it,
All right.
so he's not that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably end this though. We're at 30 minutes.
Okay.
Otis has been scratching to go outside since we started recording,
Yep, we got to take care of the big O.
and I think it might be raining outside.
Ooh.
So
Okay. All right.
he's gonna be soaking wet in his Christmas sweater, and my dad's gonna be shivering thinking of Otis getting his
I know.
wet
I
turtleneck
know.
pulled
I
off of
know.
him.
Well, thank you, Taylor. But it's looking forward to 2025.
I'm looking
and
forward to
doing
recording
more recordings.
all the episodes once throughout the year.
Well, if we have a mix up, that's fine.
Well, I think this is the
we can handle
first
it.
time we've recorded the video but not audio. In the past, it's been audio, not the video, and it
That's
turns
okay.
off.
That's all right.
But it's more usable to do no video and audio. But
We're good. We're all
please
good.
don't hit me again.
No. I won't hit you again. I promise.
Please.
promise. We have to acknowledge our sponsors.
We have to. Please.
We have to,
I've been begging you to do this.
I know. We have to acknowledge the Taylor Atkinson Photography.
The Taylor Atkinson
The Taylor
Photography.
Atkinson Photography. And how can Taylor Atkinson Photography be reached?
On internet sites near you.
Any and all?
Yep, all of them.
Very good.
Thank you.
CHD Wood Design, Mr. Chris Dowdy. Be sure and take a look at his artwork. It's beautiful. Nice things. And if you're out and about, stop by the Kansas City Auto Museum and take a look at some of the fine old cars that they have out there. Fun, and you'll have a great time. It's fun to take the kids out there because they get a kick out of it.
And you can see John.
No, I can't see me out there, but
Oh,
I'm in another location. But it's
a place that you can't see,
All right.
where
That's
the
right.
sun don't shine,
That's right. That's
and
right.
neither do Jesus.
I'm just a working bee, but we like to promote it anyway.
Cool. Well, I hope you have a great trip to New York.
Thank you. We're planning on it. We should have a lot of fun.
Pack,
Have a lot of things to bring back and talk to us about.
bring some souvenirs.
Okay.
Oh wait, what was I gonna put on the podcast set? Something Janelle found. Oh, my mom got me. I'll have to show it to you after this.
Okay.
It'll be a surprise for the next time.
All right.
But make sure you put your wallet in your front pocket.
Right.
Wear a
Security
scarf
always.
and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Bring comfortable walking shoes.
Yep. That we have.
And make sure you scowl and practice your barks in case someone tries to approach you.
Okay. I'll bark.
Okay.
All right.
And you want to leave everyone with a bark?
No. All right.
See ya.
Bye bye.
But